How to tell when your watermelons are ready to pick. This is probably the hardest thing about growing watermelons. You want the tendril to dry up. That's this like little curlicue that comes off of the stem. And this is like the first thing to dry up. So I don't think this is a good indicator of your watermelon being ready. The second thing is you want the watermelon to be dull in color. This one is dull, so that means it's somewhat ready. But the most important thing is that there's a yellow sunspot underneath. This one does not have a yellow spot yet, so it's not ready. A lot of my watermelons are hanging, so the sunspot is going to be where these ropes are, because you need to be supporting your watermelons, otherwise the stem is going to break off. I thought this watermelon was ready. The tendril was dry, it's very dull, and you can see there are marks where it was hanging from the trellis, but these marks needed to be more yellow. You can see they're like a bright green, and I needed to wait longer. I really thought this was ready. This was the first watermelon that came out in the spring, but I was mistaken. You're going to want to keep your watermelon on as long as you possibly can if you're in a short growing season like 7A or colder. This is a sugar baby variety, so it's going to be much smaller than your normal varieties, which is better for a short growing season. When I cut it open, I could see that the seeds were pretty small, so I knew immediately it wasn't quite ready. And it's not bad. I've eaten a little bit of it, but it's not great either. Even when you think they're ready, just wait longer. Here's an example of the tendril being green still. It's clinged onto this piece of grass, but you can see the stem comes out of the watermelon and then comes over, and then this tendril right here is in this junction. So this is definitely not ready. Also, this is a big variety and it's still pretty small. And it's still kind of shiny. There's no yellow spot. Since I made that mistake with that one watermelon, I'm not gonna pick any more watermelon for at least another like 3 weeks, and then maybe I'll pick another.